Good morning, my beautiful friend, and welcome to the JoyCode Book Club, where we're reading good books and we're getting loved up for the day, and you're also getting tools for activating more joy and creating more balance in your life. And one of the ways in which we find more joy and balance in our lives is taking a few minutes out, not just for some coffee, but coffee's a good thing, but taking a few minutes out to connect and unwind. Either I like to do my connecting and unwinding in the morning, but you might want to do it in the evening. So maybe you're watching this at night and you're having a cup of tea, and that is a beautiful thing. I'm going to take a sip here. So we are still reading, and you are going to love today's session. You are going to love it. You're going to love it. We're still reading The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And you can see, yes, this book has been written in, it's been loved, it's been read. Look at this page was especially important. I was having a bad moment. I'm like, yes. So today, Spirit's really speaking to us about, speaking to us through the words of Michael Singer about dealing with uncertainty. Right? There's a lot of uncertainty in our lives. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now, isn't there? You might even have a lot of uncertainty in your own life. In fact, I live in Torrance, California, and I got a message the other day that there's an active shooter at the mall, and I live not too far from there. And so, where are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are my friends' kids? I grew up in this area. So Torrance has a small town vibe. My boyfriend calls it Mayberry, and so I'm thinking of all the people that I know and their children who work at the mall and kids that are going to the mall after school, and summer's coming. And so what can you do except to breathe through that? Now, everybody was fine. One person was injured, and he's fine anyway. So, with Virginia, everything that happened in Virginia for our brothers and sisters and all over the world, your heart is going, 1,000 miles an hour. And so we do live in a world with a lot of uncertainty. And so this is what I'm knowing. I am knowing that today we're going to come into a place of peace regarding all the things that are uncertain in our lives. And I think you're really, really going to see that. So I'm super excited about today's reading. And then we're going to end with a quick breathing exercise and a prayer to bring it home so you can go out and make some money, take care of your kids, do whatever you got to do, go to the gym. All right. So we're still reading chapter 1. And chapter 1 is all about the voice in your head. Yeah. So remember, we're reading The Untethered Soul. So the voice in your head. And he says, you can't just tell the voice to shut up. Yeah. So remember, this is from last week. If you missed last week, go to last week's video. In fact, the only way you can get your distance from the voice is to stop differentiating what it's saying. So the voice, sometimes, you remember those cartoons where the devil and the angel, right? You have the devil on one shoulder and the angel on one shoulder talking to you. So he says, stop feeling that one thing is you and the other thing is not you. So depending on how you identify with yourself, it's like, my bad self wants to do this and my good self wants to do this. That those voices, one isn't you or the other. Right? So sometimes we want to think that the good voice is who we are. The voice that says nice things about people. The voice is like, oh, I'm so grateful. And then there's the voice that is like, oh, why is she doing that? It's like, what's up? So, and you think, well, that's not really me. And he says, stop feeling that those voices, one is you or the other. You are neither of the voices. So take a deep breath into that. And sigh it out. Oh, that feels so good. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath and sigh it out. It's a relief to know that the voice in your head is not who you are, even when the voice is saying good things and the voice is saying bad things. All right? You are the one that notices the voice talking. That is who you are. So one of the exercises that he has is to say hello in your mind. So you can do it now. And so as you're saying hello, the one who hears it is who you are. Now, your mind is going to want to go all about that statement, okay? And you just have to know that the one who is listening is who you are. And we're going to get really into this. You're going to see how it's going to help us with all the uncertainty in our lives. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead in my chapter. So he says, why do we have this voice? Now that we acknowledge, you do acknowledge that there is a voice, that there's a chatter going on in your mind. I know that's why people go to meditation, because they can't get that voice to shut up, right? So, and you can move your attention away from the voice. We're going to talk about that later. So there's a buildup of energy inside that needs to be released. So that's one of the reasons in which why the voice is going. I want you to really think about this, or be with it. There's a buildup of energy inside that needs to be released. If you watch objectively, you will see that when there's a buildup of nervous, fearful, or desire-based energies inside, the voice becomes extremely active. This is easy to see when you are angry with someone and when you feel like telling them off. Can I get an amen? I know I've done that. You know, it could be anybody, and you're going through it in your head and you're replaying it, and it's like, ooh, I should have said this, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's just the voice going off in your head to release a lot of pent-up energy. And I've really been having a connection to this lately. And I'm going to tell you about that story in a minute. So the other reason why that we have the voice is because it's narrating the world for you. So I'm on page 11 here. It's narrating the world for you. What you'll see if you study this carefully is that the narration, hear me now because this is so important, makes you feel more comfortable with the world around you. Like backseat driving, it makes you feel as though things are more in your control. Now you can just drop the mic right there because that is profound, right? That is profound. This is how we are healing the anxiety around our living in a world that's uncertain. The reason why we have all of these thoughts and all of these worries and all of this anxiousness is because it's helping us actually to deal with things that seem uncertain in our lives. And what he goes on to say in the chapter is that basically you and I recreate the outside world within, and then we live inside of our mind, right? We're living inside of our mind. We are too afraid of reality. We are too afraid of experiencing it without the buffer of thoughts, without the when you go for a walk and your thoughts are saying, oh, look at that tree, isn't that beautiful? Or look at look at that guy and his dog, it's an adorable dog, isn't that an adorable dog? And you're having this whole dialogue with yourself, and I do it as well. We're having this dialogue with ourselves instead of just being in the present moment and being with reality. And what I love about this chapter is he says, when you get on the inside of it, then you are on the precipice of a great adventure. You're on a precipice of a great adventure. What is reality really like? Yeah. So I've been having, my thoughts have been crazy like the last week and a half. And there has been a situation with a person in my marketing job, one of my clients, who has triggered a lot of, I've been feeling really angry, wanting to release some energy, tell some people off in my head, wanting to write some emails. Don't write emails when you're angry. Just trust me. Just sleep on it. Wanting to do all of that. And I realize, because I'm watching myself too, because it is unusual. And then, with the shooting or the active shooter and all these things that are happening around me, and I'm watching this anxiety and I'm watching my thoughts. And I realize that as I'm reading this chapter, that my thoughts are trying to protect me, actually, even though they're also creating the anxiety. The thoughts are trying to protect me, right, from dealing with what's going on in the world. So it's doing two things. I'm releasing energy and then also wanting to protect me. So protect me from what? What am I most afraid of? Now, this is your meditation practice. When your mind is going, you're going to stop, you're going to take a deep breath, and what am I afraid of? And you don't answer it. You wait. You wait. Because there is an intelligence, and this is what Spirit wants you to know right now. There is an intelligence inside of you that knows all, because it is connected to the allness of the universe, the great mind of the universe, the great lover of the universe resides inside of each and every one of us. Excuse me. So it resides in every single one of us. It resides inside of you. And so we wait upon it. And as I'm waiting upon it, I realize that there is so much change, uncertainty, so much change going on in my life, right? And it's scary. So my mind is thinking to create a buffer, to find reasons. You understand what I'm saying? To find reasons to make me feel okay with the fact that, age, old age and death and illness come for everyone. This is why the Buddha went on his journey. I'll tell you all about that another time. But this is why the Buddha went on his journey. He saw old age, disease, and death. You can't escape it, right? And so trying to make myself feel better by finding reasons and doing all this stuff is actually keeping me from the great adventure that I signed up for, and you did too. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit's speaking to you right now. You signed up for this great adventure. You signed up for it. And yes, you have the power to stop the incessant thinking in your mind. Michael Singer is telling us how to do it. Spirit is speaking to us right now. And that is exciting, isn't it? It's like, what am I missing? What am I not seeing? What am I not feeling? Where is my joy? Where is the balance? It's right where you are. It's right where I am. Yeah. So take a deep breath into that. And sigh it out. Now, here's the second part of your meditation lesson. Your mind does not wander. Your mind doesn't wander. So I want you to imagine that you're here. I'm here. I have that. This is the wholeness. This is my consciousness. Imagine consciousness. And I was going to get a flashlight, but I forgot. So this is your attention. My attention is connected to my consciousness. And my attention will go off here and there and over there and over there. And so it's not mind that wanders, it's your attention that focuses on everything outside of itself. You know that saying, squirrel? By the way, I was doing yoga and there was a squirrel on my tree and I got distracted. I mean, it just happens. So anyways, your attention is doing this. And in meditation, what we're doing is we're focusing our attention inward on the consciousness. That's all you're doing. And you can do that. You can refocus your attention at any time. And attention, this is important, is a muscle. It's a muscle, right? So when you first go to the gym, maybe you can only lift 3 pounds. And as you continue to go, you can lift 5 and 10 and 15 pounds. Same thing with the muscle of your attention. If you're not directing it consciously, then it's like squirrels are everywhere and your attention is going everywhere instead of going inside, instead of being focused on the consciousness that you are. And this is what he's helping us to get to in this first chapter. Number 1, there is a voice in my head. Number 2, the voice is there because it helps me to release energy, and it's also helping me to create a world that I can control on the inside, because reality is too real. So how do we deal with that? Is by moving our attention inward. So you notice that the thought is happening, that there are thoughts happening, and you breathe and you listen. Now your attention is focused in the present moment. That's all meditation is. That's it. I can teach anybody how to meditate. Anybody. I just taught you. You can do this. There are thoughts happening. And then you breathe and you just listen. What you'll want to do is talk to the thoughts, right? So the thought will come up, I'm really hungry. Oh, I wonder if I should have eggs. But eggs are inflammatory. Maybe I shouldn't be eating them. But maybe they're not inflammatory for everyone. Now my attention, squirrel, is everywhere. Now my attention is doing this. I'm hungry, a thought says. And you breathe. The next thought comes, maybe I'll have cereal. And you breathe. Don't say, that's too many carbohydrates. You breathe. You're flexing the muscle of your attention. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this a wonderful way to start the day? Doesn't Michael Singer, he has such lovely energy. I just absolutely love, love, love this book. I'm going to read to you this last part. Look at this. Thank you. True personal growth is about transcending the part of you that is not okay and needs protection. Old age, disease, and death come for everyone, right? Maybe you're worried about your financial security. Maybe you're worried about your health, right? You're worried about your children. It's okay. The true personal growth is about transcending the part of you that is not okay and needs protection. This is done by constantly remembering that you are the one inside that notices the voice talking. So instead of trying to talk yourself over the ledge, Spirit is saying, feel the fear and breathe. Feel the discomfort and breathe. Yeah? Isn't this beautiful? Because there is a part of you that is so much bigger than the problems. There's a part of you, there's a part of me that's so much bigger than that. And that is our refuge. That's where the refuge is. This is done by constantly remember that you are the one inside that notices the voice talking. I just read that. That is the way out. The one inside who is aware that you are always talking to yourself about yourself is always silent. So your practice is thought comes up and you breathe. And the next thing you know, you're able to take 2 and 3 breaths before the next thought comes in and interrupts that. And you do it again, and that's meditation. All right, my beautiful friends. See, I've written all in my book. I love it. Next week, Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I might not be able to be here at 6 o'clock, but I will let you know. I'll post it on Facebook because I'm going to be in retreat in Big Sur. I'm going all by myself. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to paint. I'm going to sit in hot baths. I cannot wait. So anyway, I'll let you know if we'll be here. If I'm not here at 6 a.m. and next Wednesday, I'll be the following Wednesday. But just keep in touch with me. I'm so excited. So excited. Feet flat on the floor, eyes closed. Let's do our breathing exercise, our prayer for the day, and go on and have a beautiful experience of reality. So 3 ha breaths, inhaling and exhale. And this time when you inhale, imagine energy coming in through the top of your head and the bottoms of your feet, meeting at the center of your chest, and sigh it out, releasing, relaxing, beautiful, inhaling. And exhaling. And this is what we are knowing. Go ahead and put yourself in a bubble of beautiful light. Continue to breathe in the light. And we are knowing we've made a commitment to this great adventure that is life, unfiltered, unadulterated, taking it as it is. Knowing that there are, yes, things out of our personal control, but that there is an intelligence. There is an intelligence, a loving intelligence in back of everything that is going on. And so we can release into it. And as we release into it, we discover more of it. more of this intelligence, more of this love. And this intelligence and this love gives us more peace and joy. And so we relax into this knowing, into the peacefulness, into the joy, into the balance. Knowing that life is always happening for us and not to us. And so we say yes to our expansion. We release the thoughts. And we remain in gratitude. Everyone, take a nice, long, deep inhale into that gratitude, into the space, into the peace, and into the balance. And when you exhale, relax even more deeply into it. Very gently open up your eyes, wiggle fingers and toes, and give yourself a hug. Give yourself another hug. Do a little dance, dance it out, get ready for a good day. So my class, Confident Communication, is full, but I will be doing it again if you're in the Torrance area. And maybe I'll be doing it online because it is going to be jamming, let me tell you. And then there is something else that's going to be coming up. It's going to be Confident Communication 2.0. So I'll be sharing all of that with you. And I will see you again soon. Keep reading, keep meditating, keep centered. I could talk to you all morning, but I know we have things to do. All right, my beautiful friend. Bye.